tonight. Today, we are going to have our episode 65 from Dr. Prabhu. And the title for this evening is Eternal Resonator. Wow. I'm really looking forward, Doctor. Is Doctor around? Brian, is Doctor in? Dr. Prabhu in? Hi, Brian.
I'm in.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Doctor. Yeah, I'm looking forward to your eternal resonator. I've been thinking the whole day, what would you be speaking for us on this topic? Yeah, so this evening, we are really privileged and honored to have our Dr. Prabhu again for this tonight. It is going to be episode 65. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing on this health forum. And tonight, yeah, we have quite a number coming in. Okay. So I hope this evening at the end, there will be a few testimonies. So I wouldn't take up much of doctor's time. Okay. So let's invite Dr. Prabhu to the Zoom. To you, Dr. Prabhu.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Lee.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're looking great. Getting younger and younger, Doctor.
Is it so? I think the elixir of water is creating that situation for every one of us. Let me share the video first. Okay, I'm ready. Today actually it's an auspicious day for many of the people who are following Buddhism because today is the full moon day, and this was the day where Buddha is supposed, and then this is celebrated every year. Now, being enlightened, it's basically every one of us who are here on this platform needs to get this information called enlightenment. Basically, enlightenment is En is basically insight. Enlightenment is to lighten your attachment to this materialistic world. So in that concept, there are a few things which we as human beings should understand, that water is the elixir of our life. Without water, we just cannot move forward in any aspect, and water gels with everything. So in that way, today I felt, okay, let me discuss something a little more detailed about water and on this planet Earth, what exactly is happening. And then there are a few practical situations where I did go through, and then it was today morning when I was sharing in the gym with another beautiful soul who stays in my condominium here. Madam Lee, I think we need to, where is okay, I think they are all right. Now going back to our slides here. Yes, 65 weeks, not very easy, because every time preparing and then finally getting into the Zoom meeting to discuss a few things. And I'm still moving on with the situation wherein I'm able to give the information what most of you would be looking forward. And then in turn, the medical guidance and assistance to whomever who call me, I do wish to give my support and assistance to them. So thank you, every one of you who have the confidence that whatever information I'm sharing with you all is something very useful for you. And I feel even an atom of this in my journey, if it is useful for you, that's good enough, and then I'm happy about it. So water, when you expand this particular word water, it's actually with Almighty, the eternal rejuvenator. So basically water is a rejuvenator for every cell in your body. It not only rejuvenates, it actually rewrites a lot of situation which probably previously would have been written in your cells at your DNA, in your hard disk. If something wrong has been written, when you consume the right properties of water, it can go rewrite. This is practically, it has been proven that it can be changed. And there are many diseases which can be healed through water therapy. That means just drinking the right property of water itself is good enough for many of us in terms of getting a healing towards a certain situation of diseases. Maybe like you're talking about itchy skin, some skin rashes, skin diseases. It can be some metabolic diseases, and it can be some disease related with your blood. It can be related with your kidneys. Now, how come that when we drink the water, there are so many people who are coming and sharing the testimonies down here saying that, they have been, after drinking the water, they have been certain people who have been cured, and certain people who say they are much better, they are much more healthier. So it is something where we understand that water plays such an important role in our day-to-day life, and it is very important that we need to drink sufficient amount of water. But the sad part is 80% of the world population are still dehydrated in spite of getting the required amount of water. Now, when you look at the water by itself, every living being needs need to basically drink water. Whether you get food or not is a secondary, but at least if you get water, you need to drink it. So we need to have water to drink. Now, in that way, with the temperature now shooting up so high, I think everybody is only trying to sit inside the aircon and then, chill themselves, because it's really hot outside. Without air conditioning, we definitely cannot. Now, just staying in an aircon is not a solution for us. Now, one of the very, very important for out there people right now in Malaysia or Singapore or even in India, the temperature as it is shooting up, we all need to support the body with hydration. That means we need to drink sufficient amount of water. Now, what is a big deal that, today we have terahertz resonated water, and then there are out there people having other modalities of water system, filtered water system. There are ionized water system, magnetized water system, everything is there. Now, what is that your body is looking for is, if the water molecule is smaller, it basically goes inside the particular cells very easily. That's the only simple thing we can look at. By drinking water, it should go inside and hydrate your cells. So when you're looking at in your life today, you probably need to drink a little extra water other than what you used to drink. Probably you are drinking 3 liters of water, but now I would say drink at least 4 liters of water, because that 1 liter of extra water you need, because through perspiration, you will be losing a lot of water. So when you're losing water, you need to add up. Now, other than that, whenever you sweat, you will be losing some salts from your body, like sodium, your potassium. Now, many of you would be getting a little headache because of the dehydration, and some people will feel getting cramps because of the sodium and potassium imbalances. So you need to see to that. You need to hydrate, plus the salt needs to be balanced. Now, out there in the pharmacies, if you go and ask for ORS salts, you will get it. You just buy it, mix it in water and drink. Or very simple, naturally getting drinks like tender coconut. Very simple. Just take one tender coconut every day. That itself will help you to balance your sodium and potassium and other micro minerals, which is very, very important for you. Now, this is something very, very alarming, but if you are a lucky person, now 9 people out of the 10 people have access. Now, just see this, you have access to clean drinking water. Now, that is really good. But when you look at the world population, it's almost 660. Maybe now it would have been increased, because this is almost 6 months ago I had picked it up. Now maybe around 700 million people are still deficient and they are not able to get a clean drinking water. Now, if you are able to get the clean drinking water, that means you are a blessed soul to be here on earth. And in Malaysia, of course, we don't have any issues when it comes up to water, except that in Malaysia, we are getting water, but it's totally a dirty out. You will not be able to drink the water directly from a tap. You definitely need to have a proper filtration system. Now, that's why if you look at in the market, there are a lot of companies like Covey, and there are a lot of other companies who are all here in the market giving a filtered water, drinking water for you, and especially for drinking as well as for your cooking. It's good actually, you're getting that kind of water. But when you look at the molecular structure of the water, definitely that water, you will not be able to it will not be able to penetrate inside your cell, because the water molecular for a filtered water will be somewhere between 80 to 100 hertz. That means it's slightly on the bigger side. Now, when you see the statistic here, half of the world's hospitals are filled with people suffering from water related diseases. So if you are looking at just like dehydration, basically just a dehydration, there are so many problems you can get just because of dehydration. I think here many of you would have gone and done your blood test, wherein one drop, and then AD or any other doctors would have shown you live with your blood cell analysis, where you can see your cells totally crumpled, and the crystals down there, and not hydrated. Now, when you look at this in a long run, that means your cells are not able to carry the oxygen, carry the nutrition, carry the required amount of minerals, vitamins through the water, because already the cells are all dehydrated because of the less in water. Now, when we have a facility here wherein the option of resonating the water and making it into a smaller molecule, why shouldn't you not use this technology? If you have the capacity to buy the instrument, please buy the instrument. But if it is not, at least you can buy the water and then use it. It's a very simple concept. Or you can have a filtered, very good filtration system at home. Take it to your friend, whoever has the instrument, get it resonated, and then you reuse it. So in that way, if you look at water is something which we have an option today to resonate it with our terahertz resonator. That itself is the biggest blessing for us. Now, when you look at that, being a gifted human being, it's of course we are gifted in Malaysia. Now the question is, are you drinking the right the water with the right properties? This is something not many of you would have even thought of it, because we all know that just drinking a filtered water, a clean filtered potable water is good enough. But for us to understand that the water what we are drinking is much a bigger molecule, because when you look at the system where the water comes all the way from our storage houses, where it's kept in big tanks, then it is pumped in through the pipes. Now, when you look at the pipes, most of the pipes are rusted actually. And in the rusted pipe, of course, we are getting the water. And then especially like in my condominium and all, if you see, all my pipes are totally rusted. And in fact, I have three filtration system, two big filtration system outside my house, and inside the house also I do have a near the kitchen one more filtration. Now, in spite of that three filtrations, still I can see the third filtration system with brown color, slight brown color, which happens within 2-3 days. Now just imagine if I don't have the two filters outside, and what would be the water condition inside my house. And then I was sharing you that today morning when I was in the gym, there was a particular person who shared that his wife had breast cancer recently. Now just last month, my neighbor also had a breast cancer and she passed away. Now there's another person. And when you look at the people staying in my condo, I see a lot of people with diseases. But only thing is they feel that being with the disease is something normal, and the best part is they will just go to the government hospital. Government hospital will give some cream and then give some immediate relief, and they are very happy and they're coming back. But when you look at the quality, I feel really sad. How come that they can buy a condominium for 800,000, but they can't put a proper filtration system for their house? In fact, in my floor itself, there are 5 houses. I'm the only person having 2 filtration system. Whereas all the other people, absolutely there is no filter, the water goes directly. Maybe they have a filtration system inside. Now, with outside and inside itself, my water is still that brown color comes in my inner filter. Imagine what kind of filtration system you should be having when you're having it inside the house. So what happens is, as you go in a long run, when you're drinking the same water for maybe 10 years and 15 years, definitely you will have health issues. Now, health issues like, see, heavy metal poisoning, chemical poisoning is quite a very, very alarming situation, which we do the hair analysis and we can tell you exactly your amount of chemicals or toxic metals inside your body. Now, having all these are all slow poison. It won't, you will not be able to get the immediate problem because it happens only overnight. And especially when you're 50 plus, that is when you will start getting mild headache. And then of course you go to the doctor and you see your blood pressure is high. The doctor will prescribe you on blood pressure medicine, but in spite of blood pressure medicine, you still will have some headache. Now, there is another situation where many of us will be going through is gastritis. Now, gastritis is another very, very common problem in Malaysia. We see every other person you see, you'll say, I have a mild gastritis. Now, many times you may have heart issues, but you will think it is gastritis and you will keep quiet, and finally you will have a heart attack and you will die. So, it's always better to be on the alert side wherein you know how to prevent it. Now, if at all you want to become healthier in your journey of life, the first thing you need to have a priority in your life is have a very, very safe, clean drinking water facility. Come what may, invest a little more money for the filtration system and see to that at least whatever filtration system you have is good quality enough, and the water which you can have it for your drinking is definitely potable. But at the end of the day, having a potable water, you still, when you look at the frequency of the water, will be around 80 plus. It's still a bigger molecule. So once again, still the hydration part will be a question mark there. Now, if you have a facility where we have a terahertz resonator, why not? You should look into it and then start looking to resonate your water so that you give your body an option to absorb your water much more easily. Now, as I told you before, dehydration is a very, very common problem. And then many of us, especially if you're a person working in the air conditioned atmosphere, centralized AC, or even while you're driving, of course, none of the cars down in Malaysia is without an AC. Every car is fully air conditioned. Now, when you are traveling in your vehicle in an air conditioned, and then you go back to your office and once again in an air conditioned, so what's happening basically is all your vessels are all closed. Now, if your vessels are all closed, how about the blood circulation? Definitely the blood circulation will not be there. And there's another issue most of us, we don't even think of is, you're sitting in an air condition with 16 degrees temperature and you finish your office, you switch off your aircon and you come out. The outside temperature will be around 30 degrees. Now imagine from 16 degrees to 30 degrees, there is a jump in the temperature. Now how your body is going to adapt to the new temperature which is outside. Of course, until you walk to your car and once again you start your car and then your car once again you will have a lower temperature. So there is a little bit of imbalances happening in your body because of this situation. Now, this is something you and I cannot avoid it. But if there is an option for you in the office, you can start reducing the temperature 1 hour before you leave your office. Probably if you are 16 degrees, push it to 20 degrees, then push it to around 20 to 24 degrees or 25 degrees, which is just nice for you to, you won't feel cold, but you won't feel hot as well. Just nice enough, then switch off your aircon, be in that particular atmosphere for some time, maybe around 3 to 5 minutes, so that your body can accommodate. And then when you come outside with the 28 to 30 degrees of temperature, your body can adapt. Now, these are some things which is all small areas where you need to look into, but these are areas which we ignore many a times. And now, the moment you don't give the required situation for your body to balance itself, definitely in a long run, the body also starts maybe receding, or it starts going into a problematic state where it starts manifesting in the form of diseases. Now, disease also, when you look at the word dis-ease, is basically you're not at ease. That's why it is called a disease. So initially, if the disease can be controlled or it can be reversed, your body is very happy about it. It can reverse it. So right now, what is happening is when dehydration is a very, very common problem which we are all facing, please drink sufficient amount of water. And I have been repeatedly telling for a particular individual, each individual will be different. It is all calculated according to the body weight. If your weight is 50 kgs, you need to multiply by 42. If you are multiplying by 42 into 50 will be approximately around 2000 to 2000 change you will have. So this is how you need to calculate how much is your water requirement per day is multiplied by 42 into your weight. It's very simple calculation. Now, you want to add on, especially in a climate like what we are going through now, please add on another half a liter to 1 liter. Extra is nothing wrong. Your body will definitely be very happy with that. And of course, whether your body is fully hydrated or not, the only way we can always know is by doing one drop of blood and seeing the blood analysis. Definitely, we'll be able to see that if your water, whatever your water you're drinking, and if your water molecules, what you see on the right side is something like this, is fully like a round ball with the water inside. That means it's very well hydrated. On the left side, what you see is totally dehydrated cells you have. Now, whichever water you are drinking, whether it's our terahertz resonator or any other water, and if it is on the right side one, I think you should continue the water, whatever you're drinking, with whatever mechanism you people are doing, please continue with it. But if not, that means even if you have spent quite a bit of money and then if your cells are not getting hydrated, then no point in drinking that water because the water is not going inside your cells. So very simple is check your system and then you know where you are, and then from there you will be able to know if your water system, whatever you are having, is good enough for hydration. Please continue drinking the same water. Now, staying hydrated with terahertz resonated water is something which is an easy mechanism, and now it is almost, we are in the market for almost 2 years now, and there are a lot of users who are using the terahertz resonated water, and there are a lot of benefits people have been seeing, and then definitely the way people are promoting it and then sharing the water with a lot of people is something amazing, something very beautiful, and something very nice. And it's just a water, but it's good that we are able to share this resonated water with a lot of people who cannot afford to buy. At least we are giving them, a lot of people are giving free water, and a few people are of course selling the water. But ultimately, whatever said and done, if you're buying the water also, still it's cheaper, because when you're buying a Bisleri or your bottled water for two ringgits 50 cents or 3 ringgits, and when you're paying for this particular water for around $3 to $4, it's still okay, because certain things it's worthwhile spending a little money for your own health and for your own self is definitely a good option you have. Now what is happening is when you look at the system here, you see your brain basically needs 70%. It is actually filled with 75% of water. Your heart needs around 80% of water, 68% into your lungs. Then we have our kidneys with 23%. And now your muscle also needs around 76%. So overall, when you look at your body, 70% of your body needs water in whatever form you're drinking, but it needs the water. When you're looking at the blood circulation, the metabolic waste, your nutritional absorption, your thermoregulation, your metabolism, body balance system, for all this, you definitely need a proper water. Now, when you look at the very simple blood circulation, now if your blood circulation is, if you are a person who is taking a lot of non-vegetarian or oily food, now what happens? You're drinking less water and you're eating all the oily and non-vegetarian stuff. What will happen is your blood automatically becomes thick. Your pH of the blood is more thicker. So automatically what happens is when your blood is pH is high, very acidic, and then your blood is very thick, of course the blood flow to the organs will be affected. Now, such of those would have had probably a mild chest pain, or and you would have gone and seen a cardiologist. The first thing a cardiologist will do is he will put you on a tablet aspirin, or maybe you call it as a blood thinner. When you put a person on a blood thinner, what happens? Whatever the existing blood which is thick will become thin, and then it will start flowing. Now, naturally, if you look at, now aspirin is definitely a chemical. Now, if you look at, if you can drink a resonated water, like our Terra has resonated water, and when there is a proper hydration, what will happen is automatically your blood will become lighter and thinner as you're drinking the water. And when there is sufficient amount of water in your body, automatically your blood flow will be naturally thin, easy, and it will reach to all the organs of your body. Now, just imagine that your blood circulation is very clean, very smooth running. Then automatically, what will happen? This situation is a good advantage for your metabolic waste to be thrown out. That means your cell will utilize this thin blood to go inside the cell, and the water goes inside, does all the mechanism where it can remove all the waste products. Even the nutrition absorption is much easier when your blood is thin, and then when the blood is flowing very smoothly, the cells are able to receive all the nutrition. Now, if there is a blood flow which is very smooth, automatically thermoregulation, that means your temperature maintenance of your body is definitely good and normal. Then, of course, metabolism. If you're looking at metabolism, that means your cell taking in nutrition, and then, for example, if it is glucose, it goes inside, converts it into energy. So you need energy for every action, for your muscle or for thinking, for your brain. Everything needs a energy. So for that, you need the glucose. So it needs to be converted. So your metabolism needs to be optimal at all the time. So when you look at the one of the most beautiful benefits of drinking sufficient amount of water is all your system will automatically. Now you tell me, when you drink sufficient amount of water, all these are all getting balanced. Now, when all these are all getting balanced, don't you think that your diseases, whatever you have, it can be a skin disease, it can be anything, don't you think there will be some benefits out of it? Now, who is doing all this job? It is your body. Now, the body is such a fantastic mechanism. It can do everything on its own. You're not going to put a switch and then make the particular organ work, but you need to definitely take care in a way where you drink sufficient amount of water. Now, sufficient amount of water is one of the important ingredients for our journey of life. But other things, if you look at, of course, you need to eat the right nutrition food. You should eat less of oil. You should eat less of salt, less of meat and meat products. Why we are talking about less of meat and meat products is because today, if you see, a lot of meat and meat products are all poisoned by giving injections to those animals to grow faster and to gain more weight. And then, of course, the heavier this one, of course, more number of kilos, so more money they can make. But at the end of the day, when you eat these kind of animals meat, what will happen? Of course, you're consuming, putting that into your system. So your system also get totally adulterated. So once your body gets adulterated, automatically it will manifest in the form of a disease. Now, if you see youngsters, 30, like the person whom I told you, like 38 years, having a cancer. Now, why is that at 38 years? Why should you get a cancer? But cancer is not a disease of the older anymore. It is actually today, in the future, if you look at, definitely we all are going to face a lot of problem because of cancer. As it is, we are all facing cancer of the colon, your intestines, definitely a lot of people are facing. On the other side, lung cancer. On the other side, if you're looking at throat cancer, breast cancer, like if you, in the future will be brain related cancer. You know why? Because the usage of phone is so high. The radiation is so high. Now, what will be the repercussion of using your mobile phones left and right? Yes, definitely, it will affect your brain, whether you like it or not. Now, with all these challenges, you still need to live on this planet Earth. You still need to eat your food. You still need to drink your water. It will be challenging, but I think with all the intelligence what you have, you should be able to balance your system and then start working to the best of your abilities, and then you should be able to move forward. Now, the World Health Organization basically guidelines of drinking water is water must be potable, free from heavy metals, pesticides, radiation, no bacteria, viruses, or fungus. free from parasites or worms. If with minerals and trace elements, definitely it's good. Now, if your water has all this without all the above, like your heavy metals, pesticides, radiation, bacteria, if you have a filtration system with which can give you a very clean water, why not? And if your water can give you a little bit of minerals and little bit of trace elements, of course, it's good enough. You all can drink that water. But there is a humble request is if you can resonate that water, whatever you have, a clean water, if you can resonate it, please resonate it. Why not? It's a good option for you. And of course, what are the thing you need? You can have a little bit of phosphorus, a little bit of calcium, potassium, sodium, magnesium, iron. All these are all, it should be there in your water. Little bit, if it is there, it's good for you. Now, what is the basic guidelines of looking at water is, it was in 1980 that they could find out that there is something called water gates inside our cell system, and they named it as aquaporin, and which is nothing but a protein actually. If you see, most of our whole body is built up with protein, and that is actually, this aquaporin is there inside your cell, wherein the water has been transported through this membrane, and it controls the flow of nutrients in and out of the cell and regulates the microcirculation. That means the blood flow of network inside and around the cells. Something so beautiful, isn't it? Now, if this aquaporin is so small, that is where our water, our resonated water is around 2 nanometers, which is very small. And when the frequency is around 7.6, definitely the water can penetrate inside much more easily. And the person who found this was, he's Peter Agre, and then he was the one who first discovered this, and he did get a Nobel Prize as well. Now, it is scientifically proven that when the water is smaller molecule, it can penetrate inside. Now, when you see in this particular slide, you should be able to understand what are the different sizes of our different whatever water molecules. Now, once if you look at the milk is around 210. That's why many times if you just drink milk directly, definitely indigestion. There are a lot of other problems. But now we have an option for you is you can resonate your milk with our terahertz resonator. Now, once the moment you resonate your milk, it breaks down into smaller molecule. And when you make a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, or you are probably for your baby, you want to give this milk, definitely it's much more smaller molecule, isn't it? When you're looking at a bigger molecule and then it has to go inside, your body has to break it down, and then you have to absorb, and then it has to go in for a metabolism. You're using energy. So in one way, why do you want to waste your energy? And when there is an option available where you can break down the molecule through resonating. Can you see the tap water here? What is the size of the tap water? It is around 120. If you're talking about distilled water, is around 118. And if it is underground water, it is around 105. Mineral water is 94. Spring water is 80. And watermelon juice, if you're drinking watermelon juice, is around 75 hertz. Ionized water, most of you know that very well, the word ionization, where the water is sent inside and sent through a current, and then it splits into uh, acid water and alkaline water. Or so this is called basically an ionization, wherein, can you see the size of the water frequency is around 54 hertz. Now, there is, of course, the Emret technology, which has been there, which they use a magnetic resonance for resonating the water. Magnetic resonating also is very good, wherein you are using around 7.83 is a water molecule. But now we have around 7.6, which is almost very low. But there are other products available in the market which can actually produce a frequency of around 6 to 6.5. It is there, and definitely that is much smaller molecule. But when you look at the functionality, your body needs anything between 40 to 60 hertz. It can absorb the water easily. Your aquaporin sizes are good enough for it to absorb the water. But if it is much more smaller, it's much more easier to absorb. So saying that, if you look at this one, of course, terahertz has an advantage that it is the smallest one. Now, how do you resonate the water? There are a lot of methods where you can resonate the water, is chanting some mantras, singing some hymns, music. instruments, when you can use flute, magnetizing. Ozonization is another method of resonating. But terahertz, which came in 2019 into the world market, wherein they resonated the water and then started. Of course, before bringing this product into the market, they would have done, the company would have done all the research, all the basic groundwork to see to that it is much safer when you resonate the water, then the life of the unit, then probably the distance from the resonator onto the water. All these they would have done all the basic groundwork, and then only they came to the market. See, any company in the world, if they are bringing out a product, they won't just blindly bring out the product. And in that way, the Terrad's company also would have done all the basic groundwork of doing all the research, getting all the certification, and then finally bringing it into the market here. So terahertz, of course, waves are also known as a life rays, which is a special electromagnetic waves is between far infrared and the microwave, which many of you would be knowing by now. Now, it is something like it has not only has the same property as light, but also has the penetration and absorption of electromagnetic waves. Such a beautiful technology. That's the reason today, if you look at, there are a lot of methods where they are looking at using this terahertz technology, and we are able to penetrate into the market from different angles. But as of today, water is something which is very easy for us to. That is what the company has come out with. And there are other ways where people are going to use it in the future is for the military radar system they are going to use. We are in the airport security system. Then there are other methods of wherein in doctors, our medical profession, we are going to use 6G communication. And of course, we have our drinking water treatment. So in that way, Terra's device is available right now, and then we are able to bring this concept to the world, and Malaysia is the first country in the world to bring this concept, and then we are using this. Now this generator, if you look into it, what does it do is it looks like an iron box, and then it releases a 0.96 terahertz waves to act on the water molecules. So what happens is, that is how the moment it resonates, every water molecule has got a two hydrogen and one oxygen molecule bound to it, right? Two hydrogen. Now, automatically, the hydrogen angulation plays a very important role. If it is between 106 to 109, it's called live water, and that is the water which you need to drink. Now, this is where a terahertz device, when you resonate, it gives you that benefit of that particular angulation, and it not only gives you the angulation, it does give you the benefit. Now, here on this screen, what you can see on the right side here with the green color, that is called the aquaporin. And you can see the water molecules when it is in a single strand, it is more easier for you to penetrate inside and go. Now, this is an advantage of having a smaller the molecule, the better for you for absorption or hydration. Now, if you look at there are a lot of things you can actually do experiments, and I think people are there posting down in the terahertz group where the vegetables, when you use a terahertz water, is much fresher. And when you use for your rice cooking, also soak your terahertz water in your rice in your terahertz water, and when you cook the food, is much more tastier, much more fluffier, much more softer, and it's cooked very faster. Like that, when you look at the benefits, there are not one or two. You all can have your own intelligence to test everything and then start working on individual ways of utilizing it. Of course, if you look at the properties, as I've been repeatedly telling, the properties around 11 to 12 we have, and it has got a very low viscosity, which is minus 680, which is very good, and it is much more slippery. It has got all the antibacterial effect, antifungal, antiviral, anti-radiation, anti-aging. All these, when you look at, yes, definitely it is good for you. Like for example, when you just spray the terrace water on your face, especially when you go out and come back, you will be having a lot of soot on your face, right? Especially the pollutants which are already sitting on your skin and your face. Now just imagine if there is a possibility for you to have a shower with terrace water. I think that will be amazing, because just imagine it's like, you're going to a waterfall and it's there in your bathroom, so that you can have that beautiful waterfall system, and you have a terrace water. Definitely it is something very new, very nourishes for your skin, and your skin will start glowing, because when you use this water, definitely there is a lot of good benefits. Now, when you look at all these properties, this is something definitely we all would love to, because so many properties are there. If there is any other water which is available in the market with all those facilities and with all these functionalities, so why not? Definitely you should use that water also. It doesn't matter, because the world is a huge market for not only terahertz, it's a platform for everyone. Whoever wants to bring in any other products also, it's still okay, because we have no problem in that. If they are coming out with a new product, it's good enough, no issues. We still have our advantage of giving this beautiful system of our resonator to the people, because as of now, we do not have competitors in the market with the resonators. But definitely in this world of competition, there will be other products available in the market in the future, and there will be definitely competition. Price might be there will be a price war, and there will be some bigger advantage. Right now, we are using a power bank in this. Maybe in the future, we may have a system wherein there is already a battery inside. So once you charge it, you just take the unit along anywhere you want, and maybe in the future the unit will be like you can keep it in the pocket and just use it, just dip it in, and then it will resonate. All this will come in the future, but at the end of the day, if you look at the properties are so good, so why not? Now here I'm using this water is almost 1.5 years, and it is definitely a good investment for me, and definitely everyone should look into, because it is worth an investment for your own health. And in this 2 years of time, of course, I would have seen so many COVID patients and so many ill patients. But I don't fall sick. Why is that? Because, of course, I take care in terms of drinking water, in terms of nutrition, in terms of going for regular exercise, in terms of taking care of myself. I do that. So I wish that every one of you can do the same thing. You also will be a healthy person. You should be a healthy person, because health to be healthy is your choice, and to be healthy is you should look into it. And we do have all the certifications as well. And of course, if you're looking at our George will be always, and of course now I see a lot of other people also using small sprays and then going on spraying on their face. It is definitely a good idea for spraying on your face, because it improves your fine lines, especially women out there who are very beauty conscious. Definitely this is an added advantage, because there's no chemical in it, just the plain water, and then you can. Now there's something from my medical point of view, what I can say is, if you can use the same terahertz water and use it for steam inhalation. For example, you go outside and come, and then you feel a little uneasy in your nose, or maybe there's a nose block or a little bit of sore throat. Just boil our terahertz water, and then put a little bit of you can use your menthol crystals, and then start inhaling the steam. The water is already a smaller molecule, so when it of course evaporates, you're actually using a terahertz vapors, which is much more easier for you to inhale. And it is a good idea that when you use a terahertz water for steam inhalation, your healing is much faster, your nose block is getting cleared much faster, your sore throat can clear much faster. You can gargle your throat with terahertz warm water. It will be very, very good. So there are a lot of good things available for with this terahertz resonated water. And there are a lot of testimonies out there. People have been sharing, and then you can see people with black hair, having especially the gray hair going into becoming black, and bald hair, they are growing back hair. All these are all, now if you look at what exactly these beautiful souls have done, is they have only persistently drank the water, used the water, sprayed the water, and then finally what happened, they get the benefit out of it. But ultimately you should understand that your body is a much more intelligent being than anything else. So give an opportunity for your body to heal itself. Like on this side, if you see a person there with the glucose level very high, and then later on it goes down to lower. Now what exactly happens here? Do you think it's a miracle? For me, it's not a miracle, because I would say this particular soul drank the water, and the water went inside, helped the body to do the proper metabolism, and the metabolism increased, glucose utilization is much better. If glucose is utilized better, so your blood glucose is much less, so automatically your blood sugar will be definitely less. But if you are going to take 10 human beings in the same way, and the same way 10 people are going to drink the water, I would say probably we can look at some benefits between 6 to 7 people. Maybe the other 2 people balance a little bit, but maybe one or two may not even see the difference because they have other issues other than the water. It's not just hydration part of it they're having a problem. It might be something with a nutritional deficiency, so it is a different problem. So we cannot compare ourselves with anybody else. Individually, you drink the water, definitely there will be a lot of good benefits, and you should be able to consume this water and then help yourself not only in healing. In fact, I use terahertz resonated water, and then in the clinics where we use it for our wound cleaning and all, it's just fantastic. It really works wonders. So when there is a benefit of not one, two, or three, why shouldn't you not use it? Number one. Why shouldn't you not share it? Number two. Why should you do not promote it? Number three. You should, because anything good definitely needs to be shared with people, and more people should know that there is something available. And then of course there will be a lot of people who are having multiple diseases, and suddenly out of the blue they'll come to you, and you will, in the enthusiasm, will say, come on, drink this terrage water, everything will help you, or maybe everything will go away. Do not give any guarantee or warranty to the people, especially when they have diseases. Just tell them, drink the water and see for 3 weeks to 6 weeks, and see the benefits to your own self. And by drinking this water, definitely you will not die. Number one. Number two, by drinking this water, definitely there will be some beautiful benefits which you will notice, but do not expect that this miracle will happen or that miracle will happen. Do not look at miracles. Instead of that, just feel your body needs water, you're drinking water. Now, what is the big deal? You're drinking a resonated water. So please make sure that you drink water for your existence, and then make it as an eternal elixir for you to, heal yourself. So in that way, we do have all the certifications, patenting, everything is there with us. It is already there. So what we need to understand is, especially out there with new people around, number one is it is not a medical device. The company has not taken any certification in terms of a medical device. And number two, it is not a filtration system. This is also another very important system. You need to explain people that it is only a resonator. Resonator, that means it is mandatory for everyone to have a clean drinking water facility in their home. If they don't have, they need to buy clean filter water and then only resonate with our terahertz resonator. You should not be resonating the tap water directly. No way. You should not be resonating when you don't know the source of your water from where they are bringing in. If you do not know, please don't resonate it. And if by chance they are using a very, very normal filtration system, like you would have seen a normal candle filtration, and then if you look at the water there, still will have some kind of heavy metals inside. So please be a little careful whenever you are resonating for other people and the water they are bringing in, and you are resonating. Just be a little careful and ask them the source of their filtration system. How clean is it? All this you need to look. Otherwise, you make sure that you have a proper filtration system for your own self, and then you resonate the water will be definitely an advantage for every beautiful soul on this planet Earth. So you should, the message what I wish to give every one of you is, water is basically a divine given gift. In fact, before this human beings were born, or before even any living being was created, it's been told that this universe or this planet Earth, the first thing it came down to Earth is water. So water was the first creation by the divine, or God, or the creator. Now, with that being the first, with three-fourth covered by water, our whole planet Earth is covered by water, three-fourth. In spite of that, if you and I are not going to drink water sufficiently to, sustain ourselves for good health, then how else can God help you or help me? So it is mandatory that you need to have a proper hydration, and you need to drink at least a clean potable drinking water, which is very, 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 very important. There are many areas I have seen a lot of people don't have a proper filtration system at home. Number one, a lot of system wherein you need to look at is, You may have a big house, but at the end of the day, you need to invest. Number one is for a good water filtration system. Number two, today the pollution is quite high. So you need to definitely invest on a proper air cleaner. That means you need to have a air purifier in your bedrooms, because you sleep for minimum of 6 to 8 hours in your bedroom. So please make sure that you have a proper air filtration system. Then you need to go for regular exercise. Don't give excuses saying that you don't have time, because exercise is something very, very important for you to not only reduce your stress, not only improve your circulation, not only keep your joints and muscle and tendons and ligaments fit enough for you to gracefully age. You need to work on that. So in that way, saying this, just by drinking pure water is not sufficient. So what you need to do is just go one step ahead and then get a terahertz resonated water. When you drink this, definitely there is a lot of good things for you to help your body in terms of becoming more healthier. And then saying that this is a beautiful opportunity for every one of us to share this opportunity. And at least I am very happy that every time I am able to share something new. And I hope such of those who are all new here would have had some kind of a little bit of brain ticklers for you in terms of information. So thank you very much. And until I see you, I think next week is off for our Zoom. So I'll be probably meeting the next coming week. So until then, have a fantastic week ahead. And as I told you, today being a Buddha Purnima, enlighten yourself, lessen your burden of attachment to this materialistic world. Whatever you do, do it with your full heart, full passion, and have a wonderful life with full of joy, bliss, harmony, and loads of blessing are there. Up, we are just supposed to receive it. So with loads of blessing to every one of you. Thank you very much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Lee. And thank every one of you down here who joined to this program. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. Can't hear you, Madam Lee.
Thanks, Doctor. Yes, water is so important. We are blessed by Almighty with this eternal rejuvenator. Yes, like Doctor have said, right? Water represents an average of 70% of our body weight, and almost every organs consists more than 70% of water. So just look at it, how important it is. And Doctor has also remind us the water helps blood circulation, metabolic waste, nutrition absorption, thermoregulation, metabolism, and our body's balance system. So let's take heed to what Doctor has shared. It's such a good sharing for us this evening. Doctor, week by week, he has helped us so much in how we should take care of our health, how important the water it is. And tonight, I believe Doctor has shared so clearly about this terahertz water. So, and there are a few questions that has been asked. So just before Doctor need to take somebody has asked about Kangen water. Kangen water is a water device. It's not a resonator, but terahertz water is a resonator. Okay, and also it mentioned here. Sorry, the questions. From this, I think it's Mr. Ting, is it? Sorry. Mm, questions. One minute, questions. Looking through the question. This SJT is asking, can terrace water help in anemia condition? Can drinking terrace water improve blood count? What do you think, doctor?
No, Madam Lee, very simple. I feel very sorry to these kind of questions when people are asking. The reason is very simple. When you drink water, how do you expect the blood count to improve? You tell me. It's common sense, isn't it? Blood count is something different. The way your system works, your bone marrow has to function, the way your cells has to be reproduction is different. There are a lot of nutritional support your body needs. It's not just one mechanism wherein you're drinking water. The main situation most of us are failed to understand in our path of life. Very simple, Madam Lee. You just imagine you go to a shop and you buy carrot, right? Very simple. Buy carrot. Yes or no? Carrots. Carrots, right? When you buy carrots, do you ask them, if I eat the carrots, how much of vitamin A will I get? Will my vision improve if I'm going to eat the carrot? We don't ask, right? But everybody knows that vitamin A plays a very, very important role in our life. Now, when vitamin A plays a very important, what we say is, of course, when you eat carrot, definitely it is good for your vision, good for your skin. But when you go very deep into it, it is the way your body picks up that you may eat carrot, but still if your absorption is not there, the vitamin will not go inside. So ultimately what happens is we should understand that water is a vehicle. Like, for example, you want to come from America to Malaysia, you're using the seaside. So you use a ship down there. It is like a transporting system. Use the water, you come down here. In the same way, when you look at the water is also something like a transporter. But the function it does is many other than just being a transporter. When it goes inside the cell, there are a lot of benefits which your cell gets the benefit by absorbing the water. Now, how your cell is going to heal itself, how the cell is going to, control a disease, we do not know. Of course, there is one question here. Someone has asked about gout. Of course, yes. Gout is a system where if you understand the meaning of gout, what exactly is gout? Basically, your uric acid is high. Now, why is your uric acid high? As I told you before, uric acid is high because your food habits. Very simple. If your food habits, if it's more of alkaline, whatever food habits, definitely your body will also be alkaline. Most of us are in the acidic body, and the most of the food what we eat is acidic. Now, the moment you get into a uric acid of a little high level, and then when you get a pain, there is a swelling of your joints, you go to a doctor, there's a beautiful name given to it. What do they say? It is called gout. That's it. But when you reverse and go back, why did you get gout? It's because of your high uric acid. Now, why did the high uric acid come in? It's because of your food habits. So what you need to understand is you want to change something in your life. Please do not look at shortcuts. Do not look at halfway going down and getting half knowledge and then finally get a solution. Very simple. When you drink terahertz water, what will happen is definitely if your blood is very thick, it can become a little more thinner. So that is an advantage. Number one. Number two, let's assume that you're having uric acid. No issues, right? You're having uric acid. Now, when you drink this water, what will happen? Because of the small molecular size, it will take the uric acid and then probably help your kidneys and as well as your liver to flush it out. It is a mechanism where your body will do by drinking the water. It will be easier for the body to throw the uric acid out. Now, in that way, when you drink continuously this water for a little longer time, maybe your uric acid levels can come down, which I have seen personally. My uric acid came down drastically in 1 week's time. And when I went in for fasting, my uric acid went up and then came down. Yes, practically I've seen it. But there might be other people out there, your uric acid won't come down. You might be drinking 10 terahertz water. Now, that means there is some metabolic issues in your cell. That is the reason why you are having uric acid. Now, there is something more we need to look at, probably your uric acid mechanism. That is when, as a doctor, maybe we need to work a little more deeper and then probably give you an answer. But in general, if you look at, by drinking the water, yes, most of us can get the benefit that your uric acid can come down. And definitely it is good. So please drink water, thinking that your body is a beautiful system. Look into your body itself first. It's a beautiful system. So feel proud that your body is so beautiful. And when you drink the water, leave the, what is that? The mechanism, what your body wants to do, let it do. But your thought pattern should be very clean. I am drinking water. My job is to drink the water. Let the water go and do its job, and say thank you to the water. And when you consume it, definitely your body is so happy that it will start working on how to neutralize whatever diseases you're having. It will start neutralizing, reversing. All this will definitely have a benefit, but it may take a little longer time. I hope I answered that question. Madam Lee?
Okay, yes, good, doctor. Thank you. And I think there's a question on can I resonate the same bottle of water twice to make it better? I think that doctor has
No,
mentioned.
two times is always better, because two times when you resonate, it is definitely a good one. But I have tried maximum up to 5 times resonating the water. It is good actually. I felt it is good, but now the question is time. How can we go on resonating for 15 minutes and then we drink the water? It's going to take a longer time. But I think two is the best for us to resonate.
Okay, and Irene is asking, can doctor explain again why RO is not suitable to consume, besides it has no mineral? The question on RO water.
I think I've answered this before,
Yeah.
Madam
I
Lee.
think,
Very simple. Okay,
maybe,
anyway, for once again, but I
It's
think nobody
new.
should ask
Yeah.
this question once again, because in the past 1.5 years, I've told so many times. It's beautiful, but still I would wish to
It's a
answer this
new
question.
listener.
Now, when there is a bland, now you are talking about an RO water, which is a bland water. There is nothing in it actually. In fact, when you saw my slide there with the WHO recommendation, what did they recommend is your water must be free from all the heavy metal, your parasites, your organ, all these should be out there. Other than that, it must have some kind of minerals inside and trace element. That is what is the water. It is needed. The reason is your body needs all this for functionality. Let it be even your only option is, many times the doctors would advise you is, whenever you have a kidney failure in the stage 4, CKD4, we would prefer you to drink a little plain water without all this, because your kidney is already totally gone, and then when some minerals goes there, there will be some problem. That is why we don't want them to go in for more problem. But for you and I, as a normal human being, if you're going to resonate the water, already the water is, if you're looking at, as I showed you, the molecular size of the water, if it is a normal water, is between 80 to around 100 or 110 or 120, right? It's a bigger molecule. Now, when you resonate it, it's a RO water, you're resonating it. Automatically, it becomes 7.6. Now, the moment it is 7.6, the plain water or the RO water you're going to drink, definitely it can penetrate much easier, right? Now, when you're penetrating it much easier, then definitely in a long run, your water does not have all the minerals and other trace elements which is required for you to drink normally, which is not there. So in the long run, there definitely can be some health issues, because you're drinking this RO water and without minerals. But if the same RO water, please be reminded, I'm repeating, if the same RO water is attached with a mineral filter, wherein when the water comes out is with minimal minerals, please resonate. It is not a problem. RO water with minerals, you can resonate. It is not at all a problem.
Okay. And I remember doctor did advise, if we are using the RO water, so we can add a little bit of bamboo salt, right, doctor?
Bamboo salt should be good enough. Yes, it contains almost 70 to 80 trace elements and minerals are there. So you can do that. That is another easy solution. Let's look at solution. That's a beautiful solution.
Okay. Yes. So the take-home message today from the doctor, revolutionize the way you drink your water from just pure water to terahertz resonated water. Okay, so after drinking, he's having constipation. Oh yes, there's a question. He said the friend after drinking the water experienced constipation.
You mean drinking terahertz water had constipation?
Yes. After drinking then he's having constipation.
I don't know. I wouldn't know what to answer there, because normally when you drink the water, you should not have constipation, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, I did come across this from a friend. I think only 2 months ago, she bought this water device. So the wife also telling me that all the while she doesn't have any problem in visiting the toilet, but after drinking our water, instead only 2 days once. And also she mentioned, hey, just 3 days ago she came to visit me. She's from Penang. See, why I drink your water and then I have constipation?
No, what's probably, I wouldn't know, Madam Lee, but I think what is happening is when you drink the terahertz water, the absorption of the water is there inside. That is, on one side, it is good. But there will be a mechanism where there can be some heavy metals, which is, in fact, your intestines, they need almost around 25 to 30 vitamins and nutrients for it to be healthy, actually. So probably I just assume, because I really don't know, but probably I think when they are drinking this water and then the gut system is not fully ready for them to absorb the nutrients, that in turn can cause a little bit of dryness down there, maybe because I call it as a leaky gut phenomena. But it should be probably they come support their gut with a good amount of probiotics, and then probably they need some glutamine. All these, when they support, I think the gut system will become more healthier, and then the constipation, whatever the problem they are having, it should be solved, actually. So it is a little more deeper. Probably they can call me and then I can talk to them. I need more information. I don't want to just blindly give an answer and then they feel what this doctor is talking. I rather would look into it and then definitely help them.
Okay, good. So to those who have put up the question, doctor welcome you to call him up personally, okay, for the advice. And actually, my friend, she mentioned that the stool become very soft, very thick. So he said, why become like that? Then for me is I feel that maybe can be healing crisis, right? It's clearing off all the toxic or flushing out, helping in the intestines.
Probably, madam. I think so. Other than that, there is no reason for a water to cause constipation. Why should a water cause constipation? Tell me.
Yeah.
There's no reason. But yes, as I see a lot of people, one or two are just posting, wherein they do have constipation. So I think it is not the water which is causing the constipation, but there are other factors from the intestine which is causing them a problem. There is a particular problem which many people don't realize is called leaky gut. There is a problem called leaky gut. Because of that, many of them, of course, they don't have any problem, like bowel habits will be normal. They are okay all, but suddenly one fine day, you see them when they're 55, 60, they will have some issues with the gut. They will have some autoimmune diseases. They will have some cancer. All this will happen. But until then, we also don't know. But when you drink a water, why should a water cause a problem of constipation? It should not, actually. It should not. So probably when they drink water and they are having constipation, probably they need to go further investigation and find out, is there any other problem inside their system? They have to find out. It's better.
One thing she admit, all the while she doesn't like to drink water, and also she doesn't drink enough water, I feel. And I notice her skin is very dry, and then the shins, the legs are also very dry until she's having this the dryness, like become like rashes No, that is a sign of the body really shortage of water, isn't it, doctor?
Yep, yep, yep.
Very dry skin. Her skin is very dry. Yeah.
No, in fact, here when I'm talking to you because there is some information I'm getting right now. If you're looking at many people are thinking that every day they are clearing the bowels, means they are going to toilet every day, and they are very happy thinking that they are clearing the bowels. It is good. I don't deny that, but just clearing your bowels is not at all good enough, because there are a lot of toxic materials which are still stuck inside your intestines. And when you're drinking the water, see, right now I'm getting the information. If you're drinking the water, it is probably trying to push all those junk thing out. And
Yeah.
that in turn, there is a little bit of dryness, and then that motion is not coming out. Probably that is the reason.
Mm.
So they need to go for a proper detoxification, cleanse the intestines, and then as they continue drinking water, definitely it will be a good system for them in the future. But water by itself, see, some people, the moment they get constipation and they will say, okay, I'm not drinking this water, because of this water, I'm having this problem. But I don't think water is a problem. There must be other issues which is awakening you to look into it.
Yeah. True. Thank you. Very good advice, doctor.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's all for the questions part. And for me, I would like to share about some very exciting stories. Yesterday, Mr. George came to our star, and we have training sessions from this Mr. George, and there are about 80 of us attended the training. And I am really so touched by two who came to share the testimonies. Okay. Okay. A reminder from Mr. George. Tomorrow we have Malay Zoom. Okay. Okay. So as you can see in the screen, this lady, the husband has a very severe skin problem, and both husband and wife, especially the wife, is so concerned, and she has been going everywhere, and they have spent so much money, on getting and finding good doctors, medication for the husband. The husband not only skin problem, and he also has cholesterol, hypertension, and the diabetic. The husband is about 78 years old. And she said, really so thankful to the friend who introduced this terrace water, and after, when she asked the husband to try the water, and slowly, the husband, after drinking the water, and then also experienced that healing reactions, and the skin become even worse in the beginning, and the husband was quite annoyed, and he said, what kind of water you bring back home, and ask me to drink this water, and then I'm even getting, more itchy, and it's getting worse. And I said, but the wife said, yeah, you can see you have the reaction, and my friend told me, it will help, So the wife keep pestering the husband, persuade him to continue drinking the water. Wow, thank God. The husband's skin problem, it really, cleared almost 95%. And she also invited the husband to come out, and she showed us, the husband also very excited and very thankful to the wife, that the skin problem, from the hands, the legs, he showed us, it was almost all, improved. Really. And the wife was so touched. She shed until, she shed tears, and so many of us was so touched by her testimonies. And also from another gentleman that just now Brian showed us. Can you show us one more time, Brian? Yeah, from this gentleman in green. I tell you, his testimony is really, so so touching. And when he came out to share, he keep looking at the wife, and keep thanking the wife for, bringing this water. He has a very rare skin disease until, uh, he said, according to the doctor, is 1 in a million you know experience such a problem. There you see Brian show us, is so severe, the skin problem. They have gone to so many doctors and even private hospital until it's so serious. He was admitted. uh, After taking the pills, it really cannot help, and even go for, all these injections. And one time he even becomes so severe, and then he has to be hospitalized. And he really thanked his wife. The wife has always be beside him, no, even though he's having such a severe, until he said he has to take the medication for treating cancer. It's so serious. uh, can we imagine when a person is having such a terrible uh, sickness, and the whole family affected, you see. And the wife never say a word, but always be beside the husband, care for the husband, take care of the husband. uh, and really, really very touching testimonies from this two person, and how the water, just water, has helped in solving their uh, skin problem. And this the man, he also showed us, he said you can see all the skin rashes, that just now Brian showed, has gone. He's so happy. And both husband and wife, from the two couples, they really are grateful to each other. They are so blessed with their very good partners, taking care of them. And also actually a friend, that day also she went, but she's rushing back. But so instead she shared personally. She has just uh, get to know the terrace water not long, just a few weeks ago. And she has a son, is 9 years old. And according to her, the son is having this uric problem. Just imagine, it's only 9 years old and he has to be on medication. But after taking the terrace water just for a few days, no, and the child can really feel he's getting well, he's getting better and better, no, and now he doesn't have to take any medication on that. See how happy they are, especially the mother also. And we also can share their joy when we listen to all these exciting and testimonies, these living testimonies. So, dear friends, terrace water really, help us in improving our health. Like doctor said, it's not a medical device, right? We just resonate the water and the water quality. It is, we make the water become in lineage, low viscosity, anti-radiation, antibacterial, anti-fungus, and antioxidant. So such a good properties for the water. So thank God for terrace water. Anyone would like to share any good testimonies? Is there anyone who would like to say something? If not, we'll call it a night. Okay. Thank you so much, every one of you. And we'll see you if you have Malay friends, invite them for the Zoom for tomorrow night. Okay, same time, 8 o'clock, and also the same Zoom number. Okay. Thank you. Good night.